Welcome to the Emo Social Club podcast, broadcasting to you live from emosocialclub.tv. I am Brian.
And I'm Lizzie, and we're here tonight with Will from Sad Son. Thank you so much for coming on. Plus your dog, Riley. Love it.
If you're not watching this live or on YouTube, you're messing up because there's a dog in the interview. So just star of the show, really. Just letting you know you're messing up. Welcome, Will. Let's let you introduce yourself. Give a little summary of who you are, your band, and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So my name is Will Burgundier. I play guitar, bass, sing, write, everything for Sad Son. It's kind of like happened as an accident during quarantine. Mm-hmm. Located here in Charleston, South Carolina. And we write emo, indie, pop punk music.
Perfect. That's our audience. So
there we go. It's right on the head.
I'm bold as strike.
Yeah, you're like, all right, found that place that I need to be. So South Carolina during quarantine, what's that like?
So, I live in Charleston, which is probably a more left-leaning city, and my sister lives up in Greenville, which is a very right-leaning city. And Greenville, shockingly, is the hotspot epicenter of South Carolina.
Yeah, okay.
COVID's a hoax.
Mm-hmm.
If you wear a mask, you're a sheep.
Mm-hmm. I've heard this.
Yeah. Yeah. But they also have 1,000 new cases a day. Yeah. In a city that has 200,000 people. It's very small. So Charleston, I think people take it more seriously. We did have, so my background before, playing music and stuff was in food and beverage, bartended, served, and waited in bars. And the bars had to close for a little bit, shut down the music industry, and then they were pretty quick to let us do outside seating, and then the 25% capacity inside, then 50%. And then they changed the last call to 11, so you can't serve booze after 11 now. And full capacity. So some places,
oh good,
it is college kids are nothing's going on. We are
back
at it, baby.
Oh no.
I don't like that at all. Yeah. I don't like that.
And then the College of Charleston's posting letters hey, stop what you're doing, stop partying.
Oh my god.
So
oh my god.
So it's pretty wild down here. I think we're the worst state in the country. I think we're spreading more per capita than anybody else. So
I mean, it shifted throughout this entire year, because first it was us in Chicago, and then it went to New York, and now it's in LA. And then I didn't know where it was next, but it seems to be in South Carolina. We're just making our rounds. We're making our rounds.
Yes. So, and dating a healthcare provider, be as safe as we can. She's fully vaccinated now, which is amazing.
Good. Good.
Love that for her.
Hell yeah.
She thinks that means that I'm fully vaccinated. So she's like, we need to go to Disney World. And I'm like, no.
Interesting.
We're no. It's not
interesting.
I understand you've had the year from hell. I understand that you want to get out on vacation, but I can still get sick.
She's like,
wow.
I can take care of you. It's okay. And be like, no.
Yeah. I don't want to risk it. We had it one time. We didn't leave our house. It was crazy thing. We maybe interacted with 3 or 4 people, and we ended up getting it. Nobody that we interacted with tested positive.
Wow.
And, so then we had to lock ourselves up for 2 weeks. So she must have gotten it at the hospital or maybe randomly at a grocery store. But it is crazy. And it affected us differently, but.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Glad you're both okay, though.
Yeah.
We're both okay. We made it. So. And we didn't spread to anybody, too. So.
That's even better.
Yeah. I'm proud of.
You're I'm doing my part, trying my best.
It's been a lot of Nintendo Switch, a lot of playing music.
What game? What game?
My favorite game of all time.
Okay.
Is Breath of the Wild.
Absolutely.
It is the greatest game I've ever played. And if Nintendo makes me wait another year for the second one.
For the second one, yeah.
I mean, I'm ready for it. Like, I will quit everything to like just binge on that game.
Yeah.
But I have a friend who's in LA, and if you're on there, shout out. Hayes and I play this Yu-Gi-Oh game that's like awful, and it was like $19, and we play it all the time.
Is it PS2?
No, the PS2 one was sweet. I know exactly what you're talking about. I was a huge Pokemon and like Yu-Gi-Oh nerd growing up.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So I like feel my virginity growing back. Like
no, you can earn it back. You said too many card games, and now it's like, huh.
Like, didn't know this was reversible, but
yeah.
Here I am. And then
it's one of the cards you can trade. Your V card.
Well, they give you cards in the game box, and I was so excited about them when I got them. So, so we play that, and we play Super Smash Brothers.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Just wanted to talk what you're up to. I just I've been playing Pikmin the past few days. Pikmin 3, because they released the deluxe edition, and I'm like, I don't really need to get this again. And then I'm like, no, I'm gonna get this again. And then I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to play this. And I stopped for a while. And then I just got back into it. And I go, yeah, I need to finish this immediately. I'm playing other stuff. And I'm like, I really wish I could stop doing this and just go back to playing Pikmin. I really just don't want to do whatever it is. It was like going to bed. I'm like, I really would just rather play Pikmin.
I have totally gotten like that with TikTok, though.
Yeah.
The app?
Yes, the app. I made it.
Brian doesn't. I've been trying to bully Brian for a really long time to do a TikTok video, and he just won't. But also,
I don't like it.
Shadow banned, and I don't know why. So I'm trying to fix it, but I don't know.
So I was pretty anti-TikTok. I was like the old fuddy-duddy. Like back in my day, we had MySpace. You kids need to learn.
What is this?
We had Vine.
It's too fast. Kids are yelling at me for a minute. I hate it.
So they're telling me I can't wear my skinny jeans anymore. What the fuck?
I don't listen to that shit.
Listen, I just want to say, when I was at the train station and I was going up the escalator, there was a Gen Zer in front of me with the flared bootcut jeans on and wearing high heel boots, and the entire back of them, of course, fringe and dirty and cut
totally
up.
ripped.
I'm like, who's winning now? My jeans are tucked neatly into my boots.
Yeah.
I think we're officially old.
These kids need to learn through the pain and the struggle that we had with the dirty backs of our jean legs.
That's what I'm talking about. These kids never had to do a flip phone.
Oh my God.
I remember when I was really young at my grandmother's house, you couldn't be on the internet when she had to make a phone call.
Yep. Oh yeah.
There was no Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It was in the Wi-Fi.
And you had to you had to choose when you were on the internet or not. You're like, I think I want to be on the internet right now. And then it took minutes.
Yes. And you had to wait till after 8:00.
Yeah. Because it was cheaper.
Yeah. Or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids today will never know the struggle.
You will never know. You live on the internet. I'm uploading my consciousness right now.
Oh my God. This is taking a Black Mirror turn real quick, Brian.
Imagine that Black Mirror is reverse technology, where it's imagine they just show actual start of the internet as a Black Mirror episode. It's no, that's real. That happened. And you're like,
I mean, they have those robot dogs in one of the Black Mirror episodes that Elon Musk is developing, and I'm like, hey, have you watched that? Because do you know what they do? They kill everybody.
It's literally Boston Dynamics, and they were like, that'd be crazy, and then
we should do that.
We should do that. You know what'll really upset everyone is if we just make a bunch of robot dogs that murder people. No, don't.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, please. So tell us more about your TikTok experience. I'm interested.
So there was a point in quarantine where I deleted all social media but Twitter.
Okay.
And I just couldn't take it. I was tired of watching people from my hometown just argue. Everybody had to give their like opinion on everything.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do it. The world seems bleak. I know the world's a good place, but this is just too negative for me, right? So I deactivated everything. Then I started a band.
Yeah. Yeah.
Logical next step.
I was in the best place I've ever been, like mentally, and then I started a band, and that's all downhill. So I reactivated Facebook, reactivated Instagram, and then I was like, I'm gonna get on TikTok, and now I'm just like hooked. So I haven't posted that much. I got bullied one time.
Oh my
God.
Cool. I like was trying to figure out how it worked, and I posted this video which was like this weird like pump up the jams like thing, and it had like all these different pictures, and I was like, this is reason why I shouldn't grow facial hair. And this kid that was like 17 was like, that's all you could grow? Like, I could grow more than you, and I'm only 17. And I was like, damn. I was like, you got any tips? Like.
You know, in like response to that, there's been a lot of people who go on Twitter and they're like, we shouldn't be bullying like the youths essentially, and then there's people counteracting, say, okay, but if they want to talk like they're adults, they're gonna get treated like. I'm like, oh my God, this is getting.
I stand with that.
I mean, I agree. Like, this kid was coming at me pretty hot.
Yeah.
You're like,
what the fuck?
When are you 18? Meet in the parking lot. Let's go.
Like, I could buy a pack of cigarettes. What's up?
Yeah. Excuse me while I just go get a beer from a local bar.
Yeah, have fun. Not. I'm going to go buy a Juul.
Oh my God.
Look at me using my age privilege.
My age.
It's like for a very short period of time in your entire life do you ever get to do that. And then eventually they're like older and they're like, hey, I'm sorry about that. And you're like, it's fine. Get off my lawn.
So what are they going to call us? Like, you know how like we're like, okay, boomer. You know, like what are they going to say to us? Like, okay, millennial. I don't know.
Yeah, like
I mean, even know. We're so I saw this like crazy because we also kind of got in a conspiracy TikTok a bit, and then they're like, oh, we're in like Gen Y. We're supposed to be Gen Y. But I guess the area that I'm in, like more concentrated, is like supposed to be the real Gen Y. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
This is all made up. This is like astrology.
Probably. But like, so like Will and Brian are probably millennials. I'm technically Gen Y because I'm in like 94 to like 98, 99 is like this really weird like divergence. And then it's the Zoom kids, the Zoomers.
The Zoom.
And
the Zoom kids on Zoom.
Like Zoom.
Zoom,
what?
Make my heart go boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And the
If you know
PBS
that
show,
song, you're a Zoomer.
everything.
Yeah.
It's always just be a music check. It's like, do you know this song? And you just go back older and older, and it's like, all right, well, there's your generation.
There was some TikToks, and they were like, oh, okay, we're gonna play like early 2000s radio hits, and it was like a lot of it was butt rock, but it was like,
hell yeah, brother.
It was like Nickelback, and somebody was like, I don't know Nickelback, and I said, that's a lie. That is a whole ass bold-faced lie. And it was Rockstar, and I'm like, how do you not know Nickelback?
I don't want to change the subject, but you brought up my hottest take in the music industry.
Ooh, hot take time. Hot take alert.
Take.
I wish I had a sound alert for just like hot take time. Yeah. Insert air horns in post here or something.
My hot take is that Nickelback is not a bad band. It just became really cool to hate them.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I would agree with that take.
I will die on that hill.
I do think Nickelback found a formula and just like abused the shit out of that formula.
Oh, yeah, and then everyone was like, come on, guys, this is ridiculous.
Yes.
And then now we're like, you know what? They did a good thing. They did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're a great band, but like, they're not bad.
They're not a bad band.
They're not Imagine Dragons.
They're not Imagine Dragons.
They are pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's like imagine being like a rock band that just doesn't want to offend anyone at all at any time. Like even Nickelback is offensive. Yeah, Imagine Dragons is just super unoffensive. But Nickelback is like, people will hate us because we just do all this weak shit all the time. But like, yeah. But Imagine Dragons is just like, I hope everyone is unoffended by whatever we're doing here. And it's like, why are you a rock band then?
Why are you here? Who invited you?
Who gave you a guitar?
It's like when they played the Super Bowl, and I was like, wow, bring back Beyonce.
We could have had literally anything else. No spice. They are literally a band that is unseasoned. There is no spice.
Yeah. That's probably the best way to describe them.
Yeah, mayonnaise.
I had a friend at my old job, and he was like adamantly, because we had to work an event together, and he put on his phone because it was already connected to the car we had to drive. And the first thing that comes on is Imagine Dragons. And I'm like, please do not play Imagine Dragons. And it was like half of the playlist he had. And I'm like, I'm going to leave your ass on the south side of Chicago and drive back to work.
I gotta get out of this car.
So, on my first date with Katie, my girlfriend, I was like,
not a great start to a sentence.
Yeah,
like, Imagine Dragons, let me tell you.
I was going to say, like, all around. Damn.
So I was like making small talk. Music is like obviously something pretty big in my life, and I was like, so what type of music do you like? And it took everything in me to not cringe when she said Imagine Dragons.
Oh boy.
I think we've gotten her into more good music, like
sure, yeah.
But on her own accord, I was like, ooh.
Like, ooh, girl.
She's gonna be listening back to this interview and be like, can't help but notice that you really came hard for Imagine Dragons.
Roasted me
and then you just put my name in there. Huh. It feels like you roasted a band and then just happened to like put me right at the end of that sentence with it.
Yeah. I just had to throw that in there because the fact that you brought up those two bands, like,
yeah.
It was just too perfect.
Listen, Nickelback can do. They're actually very good remake of Devil Went Down to Georgia, but Imagine Dragons could never.
They could never.
That full sentence didn't make any sense to me.
And if you asked me to name an Imagine Dragons song right now, I'd be like, I couldn't. But if I heard it, I'd be like, ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, we got to change the channel immediately. We cannot do this today.
Yeah.
Like a random mandolin in a song that deserves no mandolin. Fuck. Who gave this man a mandolin? Yeah, but it's like if you hear a Mumford & Sons song, you're like, hell yeah, mandolin. I knew that was going to be there. I came in, I heard mandolin. This makes sense. You go to Imagine Dragons, you're like, let's see. I don't know. I've imagined a dragon before. Let's see what's going on here. You're a fucking mandolin. The fuck?
They're like, their band name is like a band. It should be a band that you go to do psychedelics for.
Yeah.
It should be a psych rock band, but it turned into a pop rock band. Upsetting.
Could be fucking prog. Could be like all this shit. And they're like, no, we don't want anyone to be upset at all. My old band way back in the day, we played Riot Fest. We won a contest to play Riot Fest, and we like opened the day on the Sunday, and we played opposite Imagine Dragons. And I'm like, should have known. One of us survived and the other one didn't. Huh.
But we'll remember, one of you was substantially better than the other, and it was surprisingly your band.
I quit. We had 100 people watching us, maybe. And at that time, versus Imagine Dragons feels good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm not complaining now.
I mean, that was probably the year that they played the Super Bowl, right? I mean,
it was 2012, so
okay.
I don't know. I don't know if they were.
That was like 4 years ago.
Yeah. If they're opening up a big festival, I doubt that they were on a Sunday. Probably weren't being asked to. Hey, you want to do that after you're done with that festival? You want to also come over here and be on the largest sporting event in the world? Yeah, I do. We also got the same request. We were like, no, we're going to break up.
Yeah.
We were really busy that day, I think, not being a band anymore.
They couldn't pay us enough money,
Oh. Super lowballed. I'm just, come on. I know my worth. Okay. So this project, was this a quarantine creation? That's spelled with a Q. Creation is spelled with a Q in that sentence.
Oh, no.
So this was a quarantine creation with a Q.
Yeah.
And basically what happened was I was just sitting at home and I was playing more and more music, and I was just like learning covers again. and like kind of like the passion for playing music came back to me, like obviously at the worst time ever when you like can't play music right now. And I accidentally wrote an album.
Casual.
And I started to like write these songs that like, you know, reminded me a lot of like the music that I grew up listening to, like the Starting Line, the Wonder Years, the Menzingers, and I got really excited about it. And I recorded this awful acoustic demo, and I sent it to my friend Anil, who Anil's like played and toured with like bands like Norma Jean and stuff, and he just opened up a studio down here with this guy named Devin Vaughn, who just moved back to Charleston from Nashville. And he worked up there recording all the time. And they were like, you got to come in. You got to record this. And I was like, I don't think so. And they were like, no, dude, come on in. Like this song's got potential. So I went in there, and we went in the live room and just played together one time. And Devin, who was the engineer for the record and the producer and played drums, was like, all right, got it. And he just went and tracked drums. It's like, I hadn't played this song with anybody. And I was like, all right. And like, and it just went so fast. Like, I was like, all right, this is cool. And then we tracked guitar that day, and then we did bass and vocals and leads. And like, by the end of the day, like, we had this like rough mix of this song. And I was like, shit, I think I got to do this. I was like, I really like I'm proud of this song. Like, I like it. I think I got to do this. And so I then like went home and I like finished writing some songs. I dug up some old ones that I've written in the past and like modernized them to like how I feel as a human being today. And I texted Anil one day, like trying to schedule a day to come back in, and Neil's an awesome guitarist, and I said, what's up, Riff Daddy? And he texted me back, and he said, hello, sad son.
Oh.
And I go, shit. Shit. That's too good.
Who knew calling somebody daddy in a comical way would result in the band name?
Yeah.
The band name. And so, like, it's a couple things. So I want to disclaimer, say that, like, my mom is watching this, and, like, my dad, and I'm like, guys, I'm not sad. Like, I'm the happiest I've been in my life. I want to throw that out there. But the way the name came, it was great. And, like, playing in the emo genre, and, like, a lot of my songs are sad because, you know, it's, like, my catharsis, right? Like, when I feel this bad emotion, like, it feels so good to, like, get it out in a way that, like, hopefully other people can relate to, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of my songs end up being sad. And I grew up, like, I always was, like, kind of like this depressed, anxious kid, like, you know? So, like, I think it kind of, like, has a symbolic meaning of, like, I was that sad son, and, like, hopefully there is some hope in my songs, like, that come through, and it's like, you know, you're not going to be, everything's temporary. You're not going to feel that way forever. And I wish I could have told little me that, you know?
Yeah.
So, not to get, like, too hippie, but, like, that's, like...
That's not too hippie. That's very,
that's very straightforward. I mean, it seems like this is going to sound hippie, a metamorphosis of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Lizzie's definitely imagining dragons right now.
Wow.
No, that's good. I mean, first of all, to get a band name like that is just incredible. That's excellent.
I mean, there's like Mom Jeans. There's like that soccer mommy.
Oh my God.
There's a band called Dads, I think. Like,
yeah, there is. There's Foxy Dads.
Foxy
what
Dads,
the fuck is happening?
You know,
what is happening?
Not a lot of mom representation. No Foxy moms, as far as I'm aware.
There should be.
What the fuck is happening? Like, fine. But anyway, having like that band name come to you is excellent. But no, I mean, like what you were saying with like sadness and such, it's like, I think that's where a lot of like our like favorite bands came from, is like, we want to create this thing. It's like, we're not sad. We're not like always sad as much as, you know, the emo scene is like all about crying and being sad all the time. It's more like, no, I went through shit I got some shit to talk about. But now I'm really happy because I get to play music and I get friends around.
Yes. So I took my mom and dad to a Wonder Years concert one time. And the Wonder Years are my favorite band ever. And my mom has been going with me to see that band since I was 15 years old. Like, we grew up in Southern Maryland. She would drive me to see Good Charlotte, All Time Low, the Wonder Years, like, over and over again when I was growing up. So she's been going to see him for a while. So I was like 23, took my dad to come, and he was like, sounds like everybody like wants to kill themselves.
Get vibes.
And like my mom like explained to him and was like, these people feel this way, and like it makes them feel connected, like they're not alone. And I was like, yeah, like that's like where like this emo genre like came from. Like I think like today like we're able to be happy because like we talk about stuff that like normal people don't really like talk about, like a lot of people just, like don't talk about these bad feelings and anxiety and depression, and like, but we talk about it head on, and like I think that's something that I'm pretty grateful for.
Yeah, definitely like change the conversation.
Yeah.
Well, with your upcoming EP coming out, first, what is the name of the said EP coming out on March 15th? And also, what are some, like a song or two that you think stands out that kind of has been like better in reflection for you on some of these past events that you've experienced?
Yeah. So we pushed it back to April 9th. I started working with a digital distributor, and they wanted a little more time to pitch it. So we pushed it back to April 9th. That's the best part about being a new band. Like, no one gives a shit. Like, no one's paying attention. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, it's very freeing.
So like it's really just for fun too. So, but the name of it is Sad Sun. So it's just going to be a self-titled EP. It's going to be 6 songs. I think that there's like kind of 2/3 songs that I think really stand out, like that mean a lot to me right now. The title track is a song called Leave, and it kind of flows into Everytime, which is the single that came out. And they kind of flow together because they like tell a story. Like the first part is like about like most of us have had that relationship where you break up and it takes a really long time to break up at the end. You know what I mean? Like one of them gets drunk and it's like, hey, what are you doing? And then the other one does it. Keep doing like this back and forth thing. And the first song Leaves like kind of like about like ripping that Band-Aid off, right? Like and that's like kind of how the song ends. Like from here on out, I'll just let you be. So like that, then it kind of flows into Everytime, which is, the like ending of that relationship where it's like, we can't really be the ones to blame because we kept doing this every single time, So I think that's pretty cool. And then my favorite song on the record is this song called Smoking. And Taylor Evie from Handguns actually has a guest vocal spot on it. So shout out to Taylor and BST Management who set this up. Thank you, Taylor. And that song is actually, I got sober 2 years ago, and that song is about that. So the opening line is, I quit smoking and drinking to pass time on weekends. My friends thought that I died, but I am still breathing. And I really like that, it's kind of about like the struggle of like changing your entire life when you make that decision, So I'm most excited about that song to come out. It's just got a lot of energy, like early Blink-182 kind of style.
Okay.
A lot of yelling.
Yeah.
Love yelling.
Yeah.
We like early Blink-182, not so much current Blink-182, but we like early. Sometimes, when you throw out a band, you're like, oh, it sounds like this band. And you're like, early, not, just the good stuff, not.
One.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, no, the early Fall Out Boy.
First 4 record Fall Out
Lizzie,
Boy.
don't. Lizzie, I see it. I see it in your face. I see it in your face. Don't.
Big Fall Out Boy?
Lizzie is post-hiatus. I am pre-hiatus.
Okay.
Fall Out Boy preferences.
I'm all Fall Out Boy. That's the thing, though.
Yeah,
There's
but
no pre or post. It's all of it.
Save Rock and Roll had some bangers on it. But
I can give you that.
Take This to Your Grave was the first record I ever bought with my own money. And
Oh no,
gonna-
Take Us to Your Grave is my favorite Fall Out Boy album.
yeah. And then From Under the Cork Tree, like I bought a couple songs off that on iTunes when it first came out. When I first got an iPod.
Yeah.
And I really liked Infinity on High.
It's really good.
Yeah, but
It's an excellent record.
Yeah, and Full A Do, I kind of fell off. But
Man, it's real good. Revisit, and
It's really good.
come back. I feel like you can get
Maybe
into
like
it now.
A transitional moment in your life, because that's when I got into like Foley more. Was like I was graduating from undergrad, and I'm like, damn, everything's about to change. I listen to it, I'm like, why does this just get me?
it's gets me so much.
Why does it get me?
How does Patrick Sum just know my feelings?
All these metaphors make so much sense to me right now.
I understand the wind chill thing now. I get it.
Oh my God. I was gonna say about the single Every Time, because I thought, as a quarantine song, as a quarantine EP, there's a pretty good chance that the opening line these past 3 months will be the death of me was a quarantine reference. And I'm like, how's that 3 months going? Because it's a lot longer now. But now I'm like, oh, okay, it's part of a story. So the context will come in when the EP's released. But I'm like, it's been longer.
So it was about quarantine. Like,
Okay.
So when I first sat down to write that song, I wrote the chorus and I thought it was catchy. And I was so frustrated and I couldn't figure out how to write a verse for it. And I literally sat down like in my underwear on my couch at like midnight, like one night, and just picked up my guitar like randomly. And I like sat down and I just like started like, these past 3 months will be the death. And then it flew out. Like the first two verses just came out like right out of that. But it's kind of funny because it was a COVID reference.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't take it in this apartment anymore.
Yeah. And then you're like, well, it's been 18 months or whatever. It's like, oh, shit.
Now the follow up is just going to be talking about your neighbor who doesn't know how to play bass, and you're going to be like, I swear to fucking God.
That is the next song that I write is going to be called I'm Doing 25 Years for Murdering My Upstairs Neighbor.
Promo code murder to order whatever you need now.
Yeah.
It's hard to learn bass
murder.
it's hard to learn bass when I hid you under the baseboards. It's not real. This is just a fake podcast, Murder. This isn't real. This isn't actually happening.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm like, what if he just hears this?
Say that. It's like, oh, just so everybody knows, for legal reasons, this is fake. And it's like, this is obviously not fake, but okay.
Yeah.
What if he's like, my neighbor was on a podcast, I should check that out? Oh.
I am not welcomed here.
I see him moving out tomorrow.
Yeah. You go out by like the trash cans and you see like a bass amp and a good bass guitar in it.
Free to a good home.
And you're like, well, you know what? I got what I needed. I got what I wanted out of this whole situation. So we're fine.
On the weekends. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Thank you.
Why? Like, dude, play all day long. Just don't plug in.
Yeah.
That's it. And like, if you plug in, just like plug in from like 12 to like 3.
Yeah.
Like that's fair.
Early evening, afternoon. That's very fair timing.
Yeah. But like in quarantine, I go to bed at like 9:30.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to do. And I just hear like do 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 like the Lagrange riff.
It's such a thing where you like learn one riff and you just like constantly play that riff and you learn nothing else, or you like try to learn something else. And you're like, it's too hard. And you go back to the old riff and you're like, yeah, I'll just stick with that one riff.
Yeah, when I learned how to play guitar, it was Danny California by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
And then Californication. And
okay.
I was in 8th grade, and every single person in music class hated me.
Yeah.
They hated me. And I'm sorry, guys. Like, karma is now hitting me.
Yeah, it's coming back now. I learned Ocean Avenue and Since You've Been Gone. That was the other one.
Oh, nice.
Edgy.
Yeah. It's because they're just really easy. They're like very, very straightforward. And I'm like, I'm never going to learn how to play guitar that well. I'll just learn these 2 riffs. Do it at an open mic where nobody cares and nobody's judging you.
Not Wonderwall, but
I went to one guitar lesson or a few guitar lessons, and they were like, "Well, we're going to teach you how to play Wonderwall." And I'm like, "I've never heard this song before. Who's this Oasis band? They're not going anywhere. I listen to metal and punk and Yellow Card." And then
be the next Slipknot.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Slipknot, Mom. And she's like, "Okay, all right."
She's like,
just
"That's
don't.
Nice."
You have to take the mask off before you go to school, honey. Okay.
And you're the only kid she's got, so she has to be nice to you.
I know. Yeah, I really fucked that up. I could have just been a nice boy. Instead, sorry, I was gonna make a reference to be like, instead I'm a sad son. Anyway.
Oh my God!
Got him. Gotta do it to him.
That's 2. Dude.
Shit. The callbacks.
Will, were you in any other projects prior to Sad Son? Because you had mentioned that like you had to like kind of like refine your love for music, and so I'm like wondering if you had like some weird like fall off or like some like I'm never playing music again. I'm stepping away and I'm starting a new life, or if it was just like I'm over it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's like exactly what happened.
Okay.
So when I was in high school. I played in a band called Collapse the Night, and our singer and guitarist was Johnny, who went on to be Water Me Down. And I moved down to Charleston in 2012, and I started this emo band called Corinne. And we recorded, released an EP, did a few like weekend runs and stuff. And then after Corinne, I was in this band called Level Headed, and we toured a little bit, like just up down the East Coast, played really small basements. We played House Party. We played a video game shop in Virginia Beach.
Hell yeah.
The coolest place that we played was in Wilmington, North Carolina. There was a bike shop on the first floor, and then the basement was a bar. So like, we played in like this bike shop, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then after that band broke up, then I like only like played some like solo like acoustic stuff, and I like recorded like songs, and I hated them, so I didn't do it. And then I launched a software company that was like music booking, music booking app for bars and restaurants. It ended up like being a lot of the cover gigs, like 3-hour cover gigs.
Yeah. Been there.
And I like put my whole life and focus into that. And I was like, this is it. I'm done playing music. Like, I'm just going to try to do this. And then COVID like killed that.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Then, so then I just kind of was like, all right, well, what do I do? And then that's kind of like how this all started again, you know? So I kind of like gave up on it, you know, and then it's just like funny how the universe works. And it's like, you're going to learn today.
You're like, you thought you were in the natural progression of going to software tech dude, bro, who maybe brews beer occasionally. Sometimes, or maybe it's kombucha. Then you're like, no, I'm still here. I'm not going down that road yet. Not yet.
You can take the boy out of the emo band, but you can't take the emo out of the boy.
Right. When I think I'm done, they pull me back in.
Yeah, it pulled me right back in. So yeah, that's like how this happened. So I'm hoping like I find bandmates, because it would be cool to like get to play a show.
Yeah.
You know, I have a few friends that like said that they've been interested in playing, you know, when things start up. But I've already started writing another record. All
right, now you're just getting too ahead of yourself.
Now we're getting
way
crazy.
too ahead of myself.
We're getting wild here.
Yeah, which has been cool though, because like I couldn't write songs for the longest time, and now it's just like flowing out of me, which is cool, you know?
That's really good.
Yeah,
but you got to save some albums for the rest of us, you know. Sometimes, you know, the rest of us need to write albums too. Okay, you can't just write all the albums. It's like Will's got it. Right, fine. You know, I guess never mind. I won't write that one. He already wrote it.
It's all my music is just rip-offs of other bands.
I think that's most of our music.
Listen, listen, at this point, if you say I'm the new Blink-182, great.
Yeah.
Someone take it.
Go, please.
Yeah.
Please.
You can have
We
it.
are suffering. Mr. Hoppus, no offense, but stop.
Offense to you.
taken.
Yeah.
I do have to say, some of this like new emo rap punk rock that like Travis Barker's like on is pretty good.
Yes.
And I am not going to defend him because I've seen some stuff and I'm not very not a fan of like character, but that MGK record was catchy.
Oh yeah.
It's real good.
It was
Real
good.
It's real good.
But I stopped listening to it because I was like, okay, after he had his little tirade about like wearing
Yeah, that
Ooh.
was.
or whatever.
Yeah, he was like, you're not a real rock star. I like watched it and I'm like, this has to be a joke. And I'm like, this isn't a joke. I thought that this was a dead ass joke.
It's like somebody who doesn't know how to make a really good metaphor and argument being interviewed and then going, I'll just say some shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say whatever comes to my mind.
Yeah, like his point is good, and like I don't know if you're a watcher of like Finn McKenty videos. Like it makes sense in the context of there aren't enough stars in rock music, and now all these like rock music people are just like, I can't believe MGK thinks that he can make rock music. He's over here. We don't even play guitar. That's how all of them talk. I haven't met anyone who can disprove that that's how literally everyone
That's
like that
probably
talks.
how Will's neighbor talks. Listen,
Everyone-
Absolutely how my neighbors.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going home playing bass. I know one riff. Keeping everybody awake. And if you have that belief system of like MGK doesn't know what he's doing as like a star, celebrity, whatever, then of course you're going to be like, well, what the fuck is he, this. But I do think that there's like a certain argument to be made that like he is trying to be a new version of a rock star making new rock music, and it's just going to be a different thing for different people in a different generation because they're the ones buying music. Yep. People who only listen to classic rock aren't buying new music. They're not listening to the MGK's new record anyway. There's a new generation of kids that are growing up with this music and they love it and they're going to go buy it. And if there aren't stars and they're not like looking the same part as a Motley Crue or a band like that looks like, then the people are going to go, this isn't exciting. This doesn't make me want to listen to it. It's boring. It's ordinary. It's normal. And I do think that there is a good argument there for like, hey, just maybe make yourself a star and a celebrity because that will pull people back into rock music rather than all of the other genres where all of that celebrity and that stardom exists because that's what people like and that's why they're gravitating towards it.
What I saw was interesting was on TikTok. This he's a part of Punk Talkers. I think his name is Jasia. I could be completely saying it wrong, but he does like, oh hey, this is like who was on like the alternative rock Billboard charts every week, and he actually said, oh, let me tell you about new punk, and it's spelled NU. Like new metal. And I was like, what the fuck is new punk? No. And he's like, it's MGK. It's basically emo rap, but they're calling it new punk. I don't know who else is calling it new punk, but apparently that's how it's being classified now. And I find that like kind of wild because we wanted just new metal back and now we have this. And I don't know how to feel about it.
He made a playlist because I saw it today and I followed the playlist and I found this guy. And this song is one of the best songs I've ever heard. It's Lonely Tonight by Chad Tepper. I've never heard of this guy ever before. And I was like, oh my God, this song is so good.
Is it NU punk?
Yeah, it's NU like hyphen punk. And I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my God.
I feel less crazy.
It's like Mod Sun and the Avril Lavigne song. And I watched it and I was like, I'm going to look this up.
Yeah.
And I looked it up and I was like, oh my God, this is pretty good. And what's good about this is like people can complain. Yeah, it's mainstream. Yeah, they're like, pushing it. But like what? And like they're doing it for money. But like, it's a chance to revive like our genre that's fallen by the wayside, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it's great. I mean, like when we grew up, MTV was the pop punk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Good Charlotte, Sum 41, Simple Plan, and like now, I guess like emo rap kind of like made a thing. I don't know what kids listen to these days. I'm fucking old. But like it made a thing, and then now I guess it's this new punk, if that's even like the tag that catches on. Like hopefully that gets big, and then
Yeah.
MGK takes some small pop punk band on tour. Hot Mulligan opens for MGK. I don't know.
Oh yeah, and then
Yeah.
it would be like,
You know what
oh
I
my
mean?
god.
You know, like that'd be great. Like if like, you know, he could put on small bands, but who knows?
I mean, I don't know if that's his MO yet. As far as I know, he's just co-opting shit with Travis Barker, and Travis Barker being the influence on so much of that shit means that he doesn't really have to do anything if Travis Barker co-signs him. Yeah. But at the same time, you're like, hey, remember where you came from? And he's like, I didn't come from there. I came from battling Eminem and losing.
Oh my god.
And I bet you there was 10 people writing each one of those songs on that record.
Oh.
You know,
Yeah.
but yeah.
All I'm saying is, if you try to battle the best and he responds, that means that you're competing with the best.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is MGK did what he like. Everybody should try to battle Eminem in a rap battle, and if Eminem responds to you, you've won. It doesn't matter. Eminem
That's the only
has to
confirmation you
punch
need.
down. Yeah, he has to punch down. He's not punching up to anybody because he's too good. So if you come for him and he comes back, you win.
So when the singer of Trapped called me a beta cuck on Twitter,
Yeah.
does that mean I won?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That I mean, it's a different context.
What was said though to get that response?
So I have this
I gotta know.
I have this friend Carlin who books all the shows in Columbia, South Carolina at New Brooklyn Tavern. He was getting into it on Twitter with the singer Trap. Like singer Trap was calling him fat and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, you're 40. Like, go start a family. You know, like, get off the internet. And he said, oh, look, it's just another self-loathing beta cuck or something like that. And I was like, because my name's like Emo Dad on Twitter, right? So
Yeah.
I see like a scene, I was like, you know, and then it's all like,
Yeah.
that is like, look, man, like, quite the opposite. I love my life. Like, I hope you find what you're looking for, arguing with people on the internet. And he was like, they started it first.
Oh.
Like, he like tried to justify it with me. Like what I think I broke through to him. I was like, hey, man, you find what you're looking for. Like arguing with these people.
But I mean, he obviously tried to find it at like the 10-person in attendance audience at a strip club in like the middle of nowhere. So
Yeah.
I mean, my old roommate like used to book like a bunch of the metal and pop punk and hardcore shows like here in Charleston. I remember he got the offer for like the Trapped acoustic, and he was like, "Dude, I can't sell any tickets for this."
Trapped acoustic.
I don't like that.
It was before he like went.
I don't think anybody wanted Trapped whatever before. They did Headstrong, and then that was it. That's all they had.
Yeah. So exactly, they have an acoustic version of Headstrong, which I learned.
Why?
I learned that when they found out that they were doing an acoustic tour.
Why?
It's awful.
There's one thing about that song, and that's that it's like heavy and like you can headbang to it. Why would you go, I'm going to make it acoustic now?
I do have to say, though, it brings me a lot of joy whenever I'm in public and I hear that song and I get to tell whoever the singer of this band called me a beta cuck.
Yeah.
Like that's my claim to fame. I mean, I'm a loser. Like
that could be your pinned tweet. Be like, look at this in all its glory.
It should be my pinned tweet.
Yeah. Like I feel like you're in. Like he comes for a lot of people on the internet, but it's still not everybody. So you're still like part of a select group of people that he's attacked on the internet.
I got through to him. I hit a spot, right?
Yeah.
I didn't respond to that.
Yeah, he was this close to not promoting insurrections at the Capitol. Anyway,
listen, you can't always break through to Trap, nor can you always break through to Skillet. You can only do so much.
This sounds like lessons for life. You're not always going to be able to break through to Trapped.
You're never always going to be able to break through, to any Christian rock, and that has to be okay with you. You have to understand it.
I'm trying to do God's work, guys. That's all I'm trying to do.
Oh my God. Oh, poor Trapped in the way that they are trapped in being trapped.
Banned from Twitter and everything now.
Are they banned finally? Because I keep seeing
banned,
like,
yeah.
okay, I keep seeing like
They're on Parler.
this is fake, this is real, this is fake, this is real.
They're on Parler, so there's that.
mean,
They are exactly where they belong.
They're the largest band on Parler.
I'm scared to wonder who else
now,
in
hold
a
on.
band is on Parler.
Yeah.
But I also don't want that on my anything that I own.
Yeah.
At
Like,
all.
I don't
Even
want to
for
check.
research purposes. I just don't want it. I don't want it at all.
I do want to know.
I was making a joke. I don't know actually.
But like,
They are on
but
Parler.
like, it's very likely that you're right, and like that, and like, I want to know. Like, it's always morbid curiosity that I want to just go on there and like find out, you know. But like, I don't want that in my life. Like, even though it's
That's
not
when the
negativity
FBI
aimed
comes
directly
knocking
at
on
me.
your door, and they're like, "Excuse
Were
me."
you at the Capitol?
Yeah, and I was like, I've never even been to DC. I mean, I guess I was young. Okay, I'm sorry, I made it up.
I just want to get on my flight.
I'm sorry. They're coming for people like me. No, they're not.
Oh my god.
They're really not, guys. They're really not. I am 100% making up jokes on the podcast. Use code MURDE at checkout for 20% off your order.
I'm gonna tag my favorite murder when this goes live. Be like, promo code murder. Hey guys.
Hey guys, we use your promo code as an ad after a really bad joke. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna submit my application and then be like, hey, okay, can you hire me now?
Oh my god. But like, there is a part of me that just wants that like morbid curiosity to find out like, all right, well, who is the biggest band on Parler? What's the podcast market like on there? Like, can we make some inroads?
Is probably the biggest right now. Let's be honest.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
If I like gun to my head, I had to bet, I would say Trapped.
Like, I'd make that bet.
I'd make that bet. I feel like that, and then like a bunch of like secret country artists are on there probably.
We love healthcare providers.
Oh, hey, yes, we do. Yes,
She's
absolutely.
leaving right now.
We were just talking about how much nurses are the backbone of this society, and how Imagine Dragons is our favorite band.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm in so much trouble.
She's like, hey, Will, you know your friend, the bass is upstairs. Go sleep over with him.
Yeah.
Over with him. The bass is upstairs.
For the listenership, Will's girlfriend just came home, and we, had to celebrate healthcare workers as a joke that we made before the podcast even started recording.
The silent clap here.
Yes.
Really adds some to it.
Thank you for partaking in that with me.
Yeah. Look, like I said before, I'm like, we're very open to just making really dumb jokes on the podcast on an audio format where a visual joke occurs. It's great because jokes are really good when nobody can see it and you explain it after everything just happened.
Like my whole life's just inside jokes.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Again, listener, if you're not watching us on YouTube, you missed a dog and a visual joke. So, too bad. Sorry. Your loss. Literally, everyone else told you. You knew.
And you're just being Boo Boo the Fool over here, just not coming through. So.
Oh, I don't know why Lizzie called you Boo Boo, but we'll allow it.
Boo Boo the Fool.
I don't know. I don't use that. What am I? I'm like 100. I'm not going to call somebody Boo Boo the Fool. Seems really odd for me.
We can get it even better and say, with your one whole brain cell that you have left.
That's fine. That one applies. So I wanted to ask you about that app because I thought it was actually a really cool concept. So the idea behind it was like you created it, you started it, is what you said?
Yeah, so I didn't write the code, but I was one of the co-founders for it.
Okay.
And how it works is musicians made profiles. They put different information, such as their genre, instruments, location. They could put their music directly in their profile, and then venues could search off that, sample them, and then book them right through the app.
That's awesome.
We gained some traction in the Southeast. We had like 5,000 musicians. We had like 30 bars and restaurants using us. Again, it's like the 3-hour cover gigs, like top 40 hits, but like it's kind of cool to like be like part of that music scene.
Yeah. There's money in it. That's the only reason I did any of it.
In it. Yeah.
There's money in it.
Like these guys get paid a lot of money.
It's stupid. It's so dumb.
Like a band, first off, when they play weddings, it's unreal. But like a band go and play like for 3 hours, like they can make like $500 to $800.
Yeah.
Like touring bands would kill for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Murder is a promo code.
Yeah. They'd be like, no, we don't need a promo code. We're making too much money just playing 3-hour gigs.
Exactly.
Yeah, I did that for a while, and I'm like, this is great. And then I'm like, I'm tired, and I hate this.
I swear to God, if I have to play Brown Eyed Girl one more time,
I'm going to fucking lose it.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, there's such an open market because, like, the people who were playing cover bands like before are people who grew up with that music and they're like, this is what I want to play and we'll just play some fun shows and the audience will be that. But now the audience is like either college kids like going to bar. Well, not now. Right now it shouldn't be anybody. There should be no audiences.
South Carolina. It just doesn't exist there.
I'm saying there shouldn't be any audiences. But you know, if there's new college kids that are going out and there's young adults that are going out, like obviously that kind of audience won't want Brown Eyed Girl to be played, you know, every night. They'll be like, no, I want to hear like songs I know and recognize. So I do think there's
I
like,
want to hear MGK right now, Brian.
Okay,
let's go.
See, I do it. This thing is, I would do it.
Guitar right now.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the acoustic version of "Swing Life Away" that MGK covered and should never see the light of day again. But Brian's gonna play it for you right now.
I'm fucking not. Terrible, terrible version. Terrible song.
I think one of my most underrated tweets was when MGK covered Misery Business.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I just tweeted no homo -MGK. Hates the lyrics.
Oh my God. It's so true though.
Did you notice that? He like changed the lyrics. Like, like I was like, why? Why do you have to do that?
Why? First of all, about making the song, why did you have to do that?
Yeah, literally nobody wanted it.
Yeah, why doesn't make the song first off? Why
nobody asked for anybody to cover it.
Yeah. Your creative endeavor here is like, don't change it. Just fucking do it. And then we can all move on with our lives. Like you didn't, why change it?
And I love Paramore, like one of my favorite bands, you know, but I listened to that cover and I was like, this is not good.
And they were like, we're distancing ourselves from that song. And MGK is like, yeah, I'm going to do it. Bringing it back, changing the lyrics. It's a different perspective now. It's like, yeah, that was the problem that Hayley Williams had. It was the perspective of a woman saying that to another woman is like, oh, I'll just be a man saying it to a man, because that's a proper perspective. You know, that's good. MGK. You're really, really changing the game here. MGK. God damn it. Why was your record so good?
We thought we were going to move on and better ourselves as people and be more understanding. And MGK's like, psych.
Psych. Goes for a high five. Goes for a high five and then pulls his hand away. We got this. Oh, MGK, Misery Business. Oh my God, it's the fucking like too slow of music. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, the app. I like tangents when they lead to funny jokes. So good. Leave it in. But the app, like, I think that's like a really interesting idea. I also had something similar, like way back in the day. I'm like, oh, there needs to be like something for this. I don't know. Do you think that there's like, I guess it's hard to talk about a booking app during no booking. But do you think that there's like, I don't know, opportunities for like bands when they come back, I guess, or yeah, I really want to like pick your brain about this and get some information, but it's like, it's just so hard. Where it's like, what do you think it's going to be like when we come back? What do you think like this booking thing is going to be like when you're like, come to a venue, hear my band? People are like, no, I'll die.
So I don't know if you saw today, but Massachusetts is allowing 50% music venues, theaters now, up to 500 people. So,
damn.
I don't know. I mean, that like makes me be like, might be a little early. You know what I mean?
Skeptical.
Like, I like where your head's at. We're getting the vaccine out there, but that might just be a little bit early. Like that's a super event waiting to happen. Now Fauci said today that concerts will be back this year if we keep doing as we're supposed to be doing. Cases have been down 65%. So, I mean, I've been like very much like watching this like a hawk. And I think when things come back, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be touring nonstop.
Yeah.
I think that basically, sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
No, it's okay.
She's been saving lives all day. She's hungry.
You're fine. Thank you for your service.
Oh my God. Ryan.
So I think that it's going to come back pretty hard. I know that there's been so many bands like trying to book tours and then they just like have to keep getting canceled. I think like Hot Mulligan's got like a tour that's supposed to like hit Atlanta like maybe in May.
I still have a ticket for that show. I'm waiting for.
Yeah. I'm hoping it happens, you know. Hopefully we can start getting the vaccine out to the general population by then, but we'll see. I mean, we went to a drive-in concert like right after we got COVID. We were like, all right, we're immune for the next 3 months. Like, let's do it. We went and saw
let's go.
We went and saw Mount Joy, and it was like nice to see that. Like watch some of the live stream concerts, but I don't know. I think like people are never going to be like, no, I'll just see them next time.
Yeah.
Like a year ago on Sunday, I like flew to Baltimore to go see the Wonder Years, and then they canceled the rest of the tour like 2 days later.
Shit,
God.
I played a show a year ago today with the Will Away and American Part 2, and then we were done.
Yeah.
Like my Facebook status was like, last solo show for a long time, and I try to like write maybe like and record a full video record. Didn't mean like I jinxed us. Like
like shit. That wasn't what I meant.
But I think I'm hoping it's going to come back and sooner. But I think when it comes back, it's going to be nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, think about all the bands that like just had to cancel everything, you know?
Yeah, I think about like the venues too. Is like a lot of venues, a lot of especially independent ones have to close or are still at risk of closing or still like relying on support from the community because they can't be open because all they are is a music venue or a bar. And it's like I feel like most of them would be like, even if we could be open, we're not going to open until it's really safe because we don't want to threaten people with a good time.
Yeah.
I guess that's how you would put it.
Literally.
But it's like, now we're going to say there's going to be more musicians, more artists, because much like yourself, I'm sure there's a lot of bands that started during quarantine. Now everyone's going to be trying to book shows. They're going to be trying to get into venues, and there's going to be less venues. I'm like, shit, there's really going to be like a cross here where it's like, oh shit, we need to figure out what to fucking do.
It's going to be a booking crisis.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like the major venue down here is the Music Farm, and they've sold. So probably put in an apartment complex like everything else here, or a hotel. Or maybe it'll be a music venue like somebody else. But that's like a big venue that's gone now. Like, and Charleston's already like a C market because we're so far off 95. We're a small city, maybe a D market,
Oh my God.
So there it goes,
Yeah. Shit.
But we'll see. Crazy times. What a time to be alive.
Yeah. But
we just keep living through all these like new events. It's like I'd
love to stop having a historical event for like 5 minutes.
Remember when we had like a once in a lifetime economic collapse like 5 times in our lives?
Yeah. Isn't it crazy how they're like, this is unprecedented? No, we know how this goes. Like,
we're not.
No,
we're
get
watching.
it. We have monopoly money. Stop thinking it's actually literally monopoly money for like 5 seconds. Just stop.
Money is fake.
Real.
Nothing is real.
That's what I've learned. Nothing's real. I'm just a sucker. Another sucker.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, we've done about an hour. I want to make sure we give you a moment to plug everything. Where can people find you? Where can people listen to the music? When is the music going to be available? All those kinds of things. If you want to throw out all the plugs, people can find you on the internet.
Yes. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter is SadSunSC. TikTok is SadSunSC. If you want to follow
Hell
me
yeah.
on TikTok, I'll be there. And then music's on Spotify. You can find it under Spotify, Apple Music. Record is coming out on April 9th. We'll probably release another single here in the next couple weeks, just as a little teaser. I want to shout out again Anil and Devin from 100 Watt Studios for helping me engineer, produce, record the record, and playing on it. I want to thank Pete Zen from Landmine Studios for mastering the record. Taylor from BST Management for helping set this up. So thank you guys. And then all the bands that work with him. And Zach Quillen from Suffering Moses for giving me voice lessons.
Nice.
Because I appreciate
Love
it
it
very much. And
Yeah. Really underrated part of the music making process is being taught how to do it better.
yes. So, and if you want to buy merch, sadsunsc.com. So, but that's it. I think that's everything.
And Every Time is on Spotify, so people should go stream that.
Yes, go add it to your favorite playlist that has pop punk on it. So we kick off Spotify algorithm and it starts showing up weekly.
Do it. Go stream Every Time. It's good. It's a fun song. And it's very much in the alley of like Lizzie's mostly my like, this is my new music.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't like new music. I like old music because I am old and I have one genre and I don't escape it and I only listen to this. So it's like, oh, this is very like, it's in line with all this stuff. Like this is good. This is proper. This is excellent.
I appreciate that. That's what I was trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do like new pop punk or like sound like other bands. I wanted to try to sound like the bands I grew up listening to. So
perfect.
I appreciate you recognizing that because that means a lot.
Yeah.
It means that maybe I'm doing something right.
Yeah, you are. Absolutely. Well then, we'll end our episode there. If you're on Twitch, we'll continue to hang out. We'll talk with you for a bit, answer any questions you might have. If you want to throw any questions out to Will while you're here, go for it. And if you're listening to the episode, thanks for checking us out. Thank you to Will from Sad Sun for hanging out with us tonight. And
thank you.
Yeah. We'll see y'all again soon, I guess. I don't know. Go stream Every Time, you posers.
Oh my God.